All right, welcome back to the Black Royalty Podcast. I'm your host today, yet again. It's your boy King J. I'm wearing a hoodie inside. Don't look at me. I look nice. It's spooky season. It's cold outside. It's high. I'm out there in the mornings. Doing my thing. We got Kaya today.
Yo, what's up, y'all?
Welcome up. Welcome back. As usual, y'all really love her, so. We gonna keep putting her on. You feel me? And we got the crown in the center of the table today. Something y'all never seen yet. But we got two people that are already royalty. We done already crowned. The crown's gonna be right here. All right. So today, story of color part 2. Let's get into what types of things make you black, and what are some of the things that you would say makes you black?
Outside of my skin,
outside of your skin,
outside of my skin. I don't know. I feel like that's so broad because blackness is such an umbrella term, and that there's just so many different aspects of it. You know. I think the thing for me the most though would just be the connection to the community. Not just at home, and me just coming from living with, my really black family from the South on, but also just my connection and my willingness to give back and to mentor black students specifically, just making sure that they have the resources and things that they need. I think that connection of just where I came from and bringing my community and then trying to create one here at USD is definitely probably my connection or what makes me.
I think from the perspective of anyone who isn't of color or anything like that, they kind of have not a misconception or misunderstanding, but more of a disconnect. You know what I'm saying? And just not aware of some of the realities of the things that we go through. For example, I had this one dude, random guy, come up to me a while ago when I was younger, and he was like, "Hey, what does it mean to you to be black? What is being black supposed to mean?" And I looked at him dead in his eyes. I said, "Being black is about flipping that plate over when you put it in the trash can. Because if your family sees you with the food that you done not ate, you getting your beat. That's just what it is."
Why didn't you eat what's wrong with the
listen,
chicken?
I don't got time for questions, okay? I ain't got no time. I ain't got time for questions. I can't do it. I'm not trying to, my stomach hurt. I don't know. Something.
I mean, if we going like that, that means, being black is, going in the store with your mom and not touching nothing.
Not looking at nothing.
And not asking for nothing. Because you ain't going to get nothing. You ain't going to get nothing out of the store.
Being black is, hearing things one time and then saying if you get it, you got it, and you good. And okay?
Being black is you asking your mom for McDonald's and her saying you got McDonald's money.
Dog. But in general, you hear all these sayings and stuff like that, and you think about what they're deeply rooted in, right? They're deeply rooted in resiliency, right? You flipping the plate over in the trash can, yes, it's a joke, but at the same time, they don't want you to be wasting food because they ain't got money. You not touching nothing, looking at nothing, or getting nothing in the store, not because you can't have it, but more so because she needs to prioritize her money.
For sure.
Things like that. It's all about struggling. Honestly, it's all about struggling. And that's why we always talk about giving back. That's why we always talking about, having that representation and going forward, because you don't realize almost each and every single black student, black person I've ran into has been struggling with something at some point, somewhere, in ways that other people who are not of color just simply don't have those struggles.
And I feel like I literally had a conversation about that the other day, that it even depends on where you come from. My struggles as a person in the Midwest, or our struggles as people from the Midwest, aren't going to be the same struggles as black people from the Bay or black people from New York. They might be similar in some aspects, but even then, it kind of just depends on the community that you grew around, stuff like that. And, just being able to have that community and the struggles that we do relate to and not, and being like, okay, I can't relate to that, but how can I help you? How can I give back to you? You know what I mean?
Man, when you think about like simple stuff, like, oh, I'm growing up now, let me move houses or get into a house or apartment or something like that. You know, someone who may not be of color may be thinking, hey, you know, I got to look at the area, you know, I got to, you know, do my research. Is it someplace nice? Is it affordable? Black people, we got to look at who the neighbors, what recent incidents have there been? Has there been any black altercations?
Are there black people there?
Are there black people there? Period. You know, how's the police force? You know, is this a good and affordable area? And will the tenant even let me do it? Will they raise the price? Like, you're thinking about all these extra stuff that you really shouldn't have to think about. You know, you just trying to live, and that goes into what I believe is mostly what being black is comprised of, trying to live. That's all we really trying to do.
That's all we be doing, surviving. But
so yeah, today, you know, Kaya's got another poem.
Listen,
you know,
some
light.
Look, I be doing it now. Like I found, I don't know how in my senior year that I found more time to do more poetry.
It just comes.
So yeah, I got another one for y'all today.
All right, let's hear it. Let's talk about it.
You know, we'll talk about it. So this one for y'all today is called Soul Food. I actually just wrote this last week, so I hope y'all got this. You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Woosah. I'm gonna stay. Ooh. On Thanksgiving Day, get out my way. I'm trying to get my soul food. Nah. You didn't hear that right. I said, on Thanksgiving Day, get out of my way. I'm trying to get my soul food. See, I'm often in spaces that drain me. I'm tired of using my energy to fill rooms that are empty. To be present in places that don't support me, to be expected in spaces that don't look like me, constantly leaving my soul hungry. Crumbs do not fill me. It's tiring to be where the color palettes don't include my color, where the menus don't include my version of comfort food, but home. Home is where I get my soul fed, not just my collard greens and cornbread, where I get my soul full. And I'm trying to get so full of soul food that I walk around soulful, to where the sounds of my steps sound like Aretha and the rhythm it mimics is an African drum. Let the density in my voice be like James Earl Jones, and let it rock you like a stone. Be strong, be heavy. Let my words flow like a melody in a major key, because there's nothing minor about me. Let my presence be evident on my entrance, elegant, put heads on spin. It's confidence, not arrogance. Let my movements look like funk, look like the hustle and the bump. Smooth like Stevie on the keys, but queen like Alicia, queen like Latifah, and you'll wonder. And like Marvin, you'll ask, what's going on? And I'll say, I got my soul food.
Hey, that's hot. That's hot. That was good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So I get my soul food. You know, okay. All right. I mess with that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm hungry now. Talking about cornbread, collard greens.
Listen.
Hey, y'all, I ain't eat yet.
Listen, I go home next week and I'm like, I know we should wait till Thanksgiving. But like, is there any way y'all could make some greens?
I'm finna go back to my grandma right now. Look, she got this, bro, listen to me, bro. She take a ham. She freaking covers it in brown sugar and like
that's the way to do it.
Peaches and stuff. Let it marinate 2 days, 3 days. Pop it in the oven. Whole thing tastes like cinnamon brown sugar. I'm like, yeah. Dang. I have her make it for my birthday, Christmas, Thanksgiving,
not the birthday.
4th of July,
not the birthday,
Hanukkah. I'm not even Jewish.
Matter of fact,
any occasion.
Easter, Veterans Day, 4th of July.
Hey, Grandma, I'm going out. Can you make that ham?
What? No,
what? We ain't got no ham, boy.
It's okay. I brought one. Slap it on the table.
Slap it on the table. Right. She done taught me how to make it too. I have a chance to make it. I need to make that. Man, but that's crazy. That was a really good poem.
Thank you.
You know, what do you? So I interpreted it as like soul food being like nourishing your spirit, nourishing your 100%. Inner side.
Yep.
But what did you intend for it even more?
That was really honestly my basic intent. I was just like, you know, I think that being in a place that is so white, not only do I go home to kind of just, eat good food, like actual soul food, like greens and all the black stuff that we eat on Thanksgiving and holidays, but also to rejuvenate. Like home, I come back from home a lot of the times and I feel like a new person. Like I just feel reconnected with my roots. And I think that that's something that just has helped me keep going. Honestly, those little breaks that I get, winter break, Thanksgiving break, Easter, I go home as much as I can, even though I live 2,000 miles away.
Yeah.
And it's just a rejuvenation, honestly.
I feel that. I'm excited to go back, see my family, and go visit my mom, things like that. We see what I can do. But yeah, thank you very, very much. And now your boy.
Now listen, y'all thought it was over?
Oh,
y'all thought y'all was just gonna get one poem today?
Nah.
Listen.
I got a poem.
Listen.
Right? And this poem, it didn't take me a minute. I kept revising it. So maybe it was a little long, right?
I haven't heard this man do a poem in a minute.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just let y'all know right now. I'm gonna try to contain myself. I am.
It's nothing. Okay, it's nothing. So this poem is called An Addiction. Okay. I have something to say. My name is King J, and I have an addiction. Hi, Jay. No, this isn't a double A, but for this poem, I might be charged with battery, so listen. My addiction is my work. My mind is in the matrix. I work until I die, not knowing if I will make it. I am blinded by my sight. No, I just don't want to see the news. It's awfully depressing. I don't want to see the president. I guess I'll skip the election. Maybe I'll turn off social media. Nah, maybe I'll turn off the suggestions. I'm from St. Louis. Over there, they say, stay strapped for your protection. These men will tell me what to do, yet are still led by their erections with 5 kids and 2 moms pulling out their weapon as their kind of protection. They'll take a life and make a life, and now their sons are their reflections because their father is now in jail, and like his father, there's no connections. I'm just guessing. A collection of people who are waiting to be selected. Why don't you come out like a baby and see through all the sections? I'm suggesting a change for your honor. An objection. I would take it to the law if they didn't put a Band-Aid on the infection. My life just changed and now I'm going a new direction. I don't know if it's fate or where I'm going will be destined, so I'm scared. I know I'm scared, but I also know I'm not done because they don't fear a black man. They fear an intelligent one. They don't fear a black father. They fear affectionate ones. They don't fear the negligent. They fear the eloquent ones. So when I call myself king, it's because I'm second to none. But you are all pawns. You are all dying for your kings with nothing but loyalty. I am the only king trying to make you all royalty. I love chess. And I love all of you. If you don't want to be royals, then I don't know what to offer you. I don't want you to die without you being royal too. Because if I sacrifice one of you, then what would my soldiers do? It's King J.
You know how like in church when like the preacher is going off and the mother's just in the front like
tell him
realistically like like do you taste spicy food? Cause anything that come out of your mouth is just straight flames. Does it even affect you? No. My God. Because literally this man is like a dragon. Like every time he open his mouth, it's just fire. He be like, "What's up, Kai?" Oh my gosh,
that rhymed. Like, what are you talking about?
Hi, Kai.
Gosh. That poem just I wanted to like talk about some of the things that just continues to happen, and the way that I was looking at it was this is an addiction, right? So that's how I labeled it. Right. I've got a lot of double entendres in there as well.
Man, listen.
There's a lot of. Do we want to go over them? Or
I want to go over them because I was hearing them, but every time I was like processing it at the same time, it was another one, and I was just like, yeah, oh, like y'all, this man. every time I think it can't get better, it literally gets better.
Nah.
It's go ahead though, because I want to break this down.
Okay, so I'll go by stanza. So I have something to say. My name is King J, and I have an addiction. Hi J. No, this isn't a double A, but for this poem, I might be charged with battery for listen. So listen. So with that, obviously, like an AA meeting, and they all say hi J.
Yep.
My addiction is my work. My mind is in the matrix. I'll work until I die, not knowing if I will make it. I am blinded by my sight. When I wrote this, I was thinking that like everyone wants to work and work until they die. And then just that's all they see on their phones, on social media and stuff like that. You know, go to high school, go to college, get a job and then die.
Yeah.
Like I was just like, it's just so... There's nothing in there. You go to a bar, like you have your off days on the weekends, and then you go right back to it. And for me, that's not that. Hopefully, that I pray that won't be my life. I want to be able to give to as many people as possible, so it doesn't have to be your life as well. So I followed that up with no. I don't want to see the news is awfully depressing, because that's all that's on there,
bro. It's bad.
I don't want to see the president. I guess I'll skip the election. That's just an obvious point. It's the black people just skip. They don't want it. That's not a diss. You can skip if you want to skip, but you know, I said I'm from St. Louis. Stay strapped for your protection. They got 5 kids and 2 moms. Pulling out their weapon is their kind of protection. Because I don't understand what is so appealing about like just making all those burdens for you. And then, you know, you'll end up on child support. Not saying this is every case, but just you're following the same cycle that like might end up happening as a representation to the kids that you have. So regardless, it's just not a good plan or foundation. And then, yeah. So they'll take a life and make a life, and now their sons are their reflections, which is the point. Because their father is now in jail, and like his father, there's no connections. Black people are so disconnected from their families, from their, especially the men in their family. It creates the type of gentrification that we have, the segregation that we have, and we can blame, you know, people that aren't of color as much as we want to, but at the end of the day, this cycle comes around because of what we're doing as well.
Gotta be examples.
So there needs to be like some sort of like hard discourse and like not only our mentalities but our foundation. And so I follow that up with I'm just guessing, because like everyone seems to ignore it. It's just like, oh, I'm just shooting in the dark. Like, it's just supposed to be a satire on that. A collection of people who are waiting to be selected. So, a collection of people who are waiting to be selected. Why don't you come out like a baby and see through all the sections? Did you catch that?
I did.
C-section.
I was like, you was like, see through. I was like.
So, it's also a double entendre because a collection of people who are waiting to be selected, I'm also referring to sperm.
Wow.
Wow. So, and then I said, come out like a baby because I'm talking.
That's wild.
Exactly.
That's wild.
A change for your honor and objection. I would take it to the law if they didn't put a band-aid on the infection. They literally just, the women's right, you know, they just arbitrarily solve a situation, and by the court of law, that's what they're supposed to do. But what they can do kind of outweighs that. What they can do is actually like help move laws or help Congress, Senate, like from whatever community you're into. Like if you all were to advocate, like if everyone there were to advocate to do something, then something will get done. But yeah, so the rest is pretty like, so there's no like double entendres in there. But yeah, it's just so disappointing in some ways. But I always wanted to turn it into a positive. So I followed it up with like, how they don't fear a black father, they fear affectionate ones. Because the black people who have good fathers, who have, I'm blessed myself to have a really great father, and now I'm in a place now where I would have never been. They don't fear the negligent, they fear the eloquent ones. It's the ones that can speak out that are the ones that are silenced,
and the ones that know what's going on,
right?
And wants to change it.
It's my goal, especially with this podcast, to make everyone here royalty. And I've never specifically gone over what that means. Maybe I did in the first one, but to reiterate, it's about becoming more than just yourself. It's about being a positive influence on everyone around you. It's about being a part of this family and a part of, even if you're not black, it's part of being a part of Black royalty. It's part of learning, living, and growing. And so that's what I wrote this poem on. So I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, let me know what you think, share it out.
No, literally, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, please share it, send to your friends.
If y'all want more, let me know. I'll see what I can do. And yeah, thank you so much for coming to this episode. If you have any final words or anything.
Listen, y'all, stay black. If you're not black,
I ain't got a choice.
I mean, stay black, stay healthy, stay safe out here.
Go work out.
Take care. Okay, yeah, that's something. Take care of not your.
Yeah.
Yourself. YOSELF. Take care of yourself, because you don't get another you, man. Like, actually take care of yourself, please.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We're on Spotify now. We on Apple Music. We on. We about to be
everywhere.
It's only a matter of time before we get like merch and stuff like that. And I'm about to blow up the marketing. We finna be all over the place. So if you a day one, you gonna get something. You gonna have 100%. Something for you. 100%. I appreciate you all. Please share. The rest is unnecessary. If I could just help one person, if I can help someone understand what it means to be someone of color, or help someone of color know that they're not alone in what they're going through, then that'll mean the most to me. That'll mean the most to us.
Amen to that one.
So thank you all so much for joining. I'll catch you next time. Oh, appreciate you. I was lit.
You gotta cool off, man. You gotta cool off, bro. You gotta cool off with that, man. Ooh. My band professor was like, "What's your poem about?" And I didn't want to say being black as so I just said,
I would have been a good description.
I said, being soulful, and that's what I said. Soulful. Being soulful, and it's a lot of things.
A lot of things. Being of a different color,
right?
Just.
And I was like, I don't want to say black as hell, but
being a little boisterous,
right? I was like,
and then you just started hiding your shirt,
right? And I was like,
a little something.
Nah.
Word.
All right.
But yeah, I'm gonna throw on a hoodie today.
That's cool. That's
be a little black.
Be as black as you want to be, sir. This is you, right? This is you. I gotta check out how I'm looking.
It is officially spooky season.
It is spooky season.
When this video comes out, it's gonna be right after Halloween.
Yep.
So I don't know if I want to say something for that.
For Halloween?
Yeah. Happy Halloween, niggas.
Don't be out here scaring little children and doing a lot of stuff. Let's
Oh, my laptop over there.
Yeah, it's over here. You need
it? Like, no, I don't need it. I was just like, where did it go?
All right.
Okay. All right, get in the zone.
Yeah, I know.
I have a hoodie on inside.
I almost wore my gray hoodie today. Actually, like we would have been matching.